Do you think that you're looked at, or Ivy League smart kids, they can't beat us? Like that is a legit thought in the minds of your opponents, Coach?
Yeah, I think it probably is, but their coaches are telling them, hey, don't buy into that.
Yeah, right.
I think we're probably beyond that now. We've done enough, and there's so much at stake. There's only 16 teams left. Creighton's a heck of a ball team. They're really good. They're a heck of a team. And so, I think at this point, I don't think you sneak up on anyone. But if you play with savvy and which no one's really given us a chance, and I think you have to build on that a bit. Now, not that nobody believes in us, but
right.
What got us here was toughness, and both mental and physical. And I think you have to ride that and be who you are. And so, if somebody wants to underestimate us, that's great. But I doubt that'll happen. Coach McDermott's a great coach. What does happen, as you know, is the crowd gets involved in its neutral site, and we have a great alumni base. It's a really fun and great place to go to school, and people love Princeton. Sometimes too much. They'll tell you, all the time that they went there. But it is, man, we had such support in Sacramento, and I think that matters too.
So who have you heard from the Princeton alumni base? You drop a name here. What do you got for me?
The people that normally, don't hear from a bunch, but Senator Bradley, which is, we have his number retired here, number 42 across all the different sports. That was fun. I've become close with Steve Kerr, whose father went to Princeton, and Steve obviously went to Arizona. That was fun.
Yeah, wait, hold on a second. I got to stop you there. Did you hear from him after you bounced to Arizona, though?
He wrote me a note saying something like, darn it, Mitch, something like that. And then I look up to him so much and have become friends. And but yeah, that was a fun one. And the Golden State's in the middle of a lot of important things, but
yes.
Everybody's watching.
Oh, yeah.
And everybody pays attention to these things, and the last 2 days has just been insane for our guys. They've become celebrities here in our town. And Princeton, Rich, is it's like a town that goes back to the founding of the country. It's like a very cool place to live. But this is really fun for us.
I love it. Mitch Henderson, the head coach of Princeton basketball. Just want to linger on your history, if we don't mind, a little bit here. Were you a draftee of the New York Yankees once upon a time?
Yeah.
That's a true story?
Yeah, so I got drafted in the maybe fourth round by the Yankees. Out of high school, I had already decided to come play for Coach Carrill, and I had been admitted to Princeton. I remember distinctly, June maybe 4th, 1994, I got a call from the Yankees, hey, we just acquired you. What are your plans? And, I was excited, and I said, well, I've been admitted to Princeton. And the guy goes, go to Princeton, click, and hung up.
Are you serious?
No, it's exactly what he said. It was great. So it took any decision I may have made out of my hands.
Do you remember who it was? It was
a guy that literally, I can't tell you, but he was like, straight out of, central casting for a baseball scout voice. Whatever that, I don't even know. He's probably had a big chewing gum in his mouth. And he's like, Mitch, what are your plans? Yeah.
So you're saying I've been admitted to Princeton to go to Princeton. So was it Costanza? I mean, I'm trying to figure it out in the 90s. Could have been George Costanza.
I know. I love the Seinfeld so much. No, it wasn't. But I did play baseball here for a year.
Okay.
And you'll appreciate this. So
yes.
I had 10 turnovers in a game my freshman year, which is just ridiculous. I'm embarrassed to say it.
Okay.
And Coach Carrill, the next day, when he's talking to the team, he sits me down and we called it going down the line. So he would talk about you in front of all of your teammates all the time.
Yeah.
And it would sort of give you an indication. It was always truthful. It always hurt, but it was also, he did it to everybody fairly and equally, so you always knew where you stood. You also knew where your teammates stood in his eyes. And he said, you know what, Mitch, I'm going to come to one of your games in the spring, and I'm going to sit out I'm going to sit out behind home plate, all behind the fence there, and I'm going to bring my mitt, and I'm going to catch all the balls that you throw over the catcher's head, because you're going to be all, he started to launch into me. Oh, man. That he was funny and ruthless.
Well, I mean, if that scout had not done you that favor, you could have been teammates with Jeter and been played for Torrey. I mean, those are some serious years if you'd gone through the system.
I definitely found my place here.
Of course.
What's never lost on me is, sometimes you get to be the great beneficiary of a coach. And, my parents entrusted me with him and this place, and it changed my life. And he was really hard to play for, but I'm trying to do this to my own version of the same thing here, which is, get these guys to be the best versions of themselves. And, it's in the middle of February, we were fighting. Like I told you, we had a tough loss at Dartmouth. I mean, we were hurting. And it's really fun when something like this comes together.
Catch the Rich Eisen Show every single day on the Roku channel, 12 to 3 Eastern, for free.